whole
minute for everything
58 seconds early, but hey, listen, better than late.
We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Today is April 21st. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm Aaron Mays, representing District 3. I'm the chair this year. On my left is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1, and on my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, representing District 2. And let's call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, first item, please.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
We have 5 items on the consent agenda today. I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business, A County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
We have 2 vouchers to approve today. First one is from April 15th, 2022. Under Sheriff, paid with ARPA and SLFRF funds, basing or uniforms and equipment totaling $19,279.84 is for ballistic vests. That's our first voucher. I'll just approve both these at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're all right with it, I am.
I am. The second voucher for April 20th, 2022, totaling $1,155,755.13. Things of interest under building maintenance, Shirley Construction totaling $34,672.65 is for renovation of costs over tennis ADA restroom upgrade. Under District Court, Jury Systems Incorporated, $13,255.50 is for upgrade to jury software. Under Public Works, Traffic Control Corporation, $17,850 is for traffic signal software and controllers. And if there's no questions or comments, I would move for approval of both of these vouchers.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon and seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval of correction orders.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B, Public Works number 1, in relation to the 2001 relocation of a portion of Docking Road between K4 and Southwest 49th Street. Item A, request public hearing, and B, at the conclusion of the public hearing, consider approval of Resolution 2022-28, which formally ratifies the approximately 21-year-old relocation.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. As Ms. Beck said, back in 2001, Dover Township worked with a local landowner to relocate Docking Road between K4 and I think Southwest 49th Street. The relocation was a safety improvement. It involved basically exchanging the existing right-of-way with a new right-of-way. Unfortunately, at the time, there were no normal documents filed, no procedures followed as far as this governing body goes. So we're going to do that today, or I hope we will. So number one, in a normal example, a public hearing would be important because you're relocating a public road. Well, this has happened 20 years ago, but nevertheless, to follow the proper procedures, I'm asking for a public hearing. And then once that public hearing is over, I hope the commission ratifies all the paperwork, which makes everything kosher. Questions?
No, but I will move that we open the public hearing.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. We're in a public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak? For or against? Going once, going twice. Okay. Now, is there a motion?
I'll move to close the hearing.
Did you want to approve it at the same time?
Yes, and approve.
Okay, so motion's been made to close the public hearing and approve the request. I will second. So motion by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item B2, consider approval of a request to award bid to Bettis Asphalt and Construction Company, Inc. for the HMA alternate of a pavement replacement project. Northbound lanes of Southeast Croco Road between the I-70 and I-470 bridges at a cost of $266,399. And authorization and execution of contract C-120-2022 for same. Funding will come from the 2022 Public Works operating budget.
Courtney House, Director of Public Works. Back on April 6th, we had a letting, and at that time, we received 4 asphalt option bids and 3 concrete option bids. The intent was to take the lowest asphalt bid and then the lowest concrete bid, compare the two, analyze the difference in cost, analyze the difference in pavement attributes, and make a decision. After the letting, we noticed that there was an approximately $90,000 savings by going with asphalt. If the difference in cost would have been closer, say half of that, we might have considered going with concrete. But with the $90,000 savings by going with asphalt, we felt we couldn't pass that up. So I'm here before you asking you to approve the bid, authorize and execute a contract with Bettis for $266,399 to remove the concrete pavement that's there now and replace it with asphalt. Any questions?
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
Kurt, can you talk to us just a little bit? We're talking about the difference between a 9-inch concrete, 10-inch asphalt. That may not seem like a big deal, but obviously the cost is substantially different. What's the lifespan for concrete versus asphalt? Which one do we think would hold up better under the weather? Which one's going to be the better longevity product for Shawnee County?
Traditionally, concrete pavement is considered to last longer before the first maintenance action, the major maintenance action. The problem with concrete, as I see it, is if you don't do something right, we're going to be back where we're at right now 20 years from now. So there's a lot of issues going on with concrete. Concrete, you have joints every 15 feet. A joint is an inherent weakness. And you have aggregate issues if you're not careful. There's material issues involved. I think we saw that with the parking lot. There's placement issues. So there's a lot of things going on with concrete that if you don't do it right, you're going to have a mess. Whereas asphalt, we traditionally have worked well with asphalt. The county has. We know how to maintain it. You can strip off 2 inches and put 2 inches back. So both materials have their advantages and disadvantages. Asphalt doesn't have joints, but it creates its own joints over time. So although concrete could go conceivably longer before the first major action, I feel life cycle, we're still in the right, especially with the difference in these costs to go with asphalt.
When we're talking about the location of Southeast Croco between the 470 bridge and the I-70 bridge, this is an area that is trafficked by a lot of semis that are coming and going from the roadways onto maybe the research plant or other areas. Do we have concerns about these heavy trucks causing more damage to asphalt than they would to concrete?
No, that's why you have the different pavement thickness. They are structurally equivalent. And pavement design is all about trucks. Passenger cars mean nothing. It's all about the environment and trucks. So these two designs with the base material that we have are identical designs or nearly identical designs, so they'll last the same as far as truck traffic goes.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Any further questions?
What's kind of the timeline on this project?
Oh, if I look at the contract here, I think we want to get started May 9th, and by contract, they have to finish by July 8th. I suspect with Bettis being involved that weather permitting, they'll be done well before July 8th.
That's all I have.
Okay.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B3, consider approval of a request to award bid to Utility Solutions of Basehor, Kansas for the Sherwood Sanitary Sewer Collection System Rehabilitation Project, approximately from the intersection of Southwest 37th Street and Nottingham Road to the treatment plant, at a cost of $265,898.30, and authorization and execution of contract C-123-2022 for same, with some minor exceptions. Funding will come from the $7 million KDHE revolving loan.
Courtney House, Director of Public Works. Back on February 25th, I know that was a couple months ago. Back on February 25th, we had a levy. We received one bid. It was well below the engineer's estimate. Our consultant designer has reviewed the bid, has done some research on the company, and we feel the company has placed a good bid and will be able to perform the work professionally. So I'm here before you asking you again to approve a bid and authorize and execute the related contract. The reason for the delay between February 26th or 25th and today is because, again, this is a KDHE loan project. All the bids, all the contracts, the plans had to go through KDHE for approval, and that does take some time. That's not a knock on KDHE, that's just the way business is. So with that, I look forward to any questions you have.
Any questions?
I do not have any.
Then I would move for approval.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon and seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item B4, consider approval to exchange $811,739.31 in 2022 federal fiscal year funds for $730,565.38 in state transportation funds under the Federal Aid Fund Exchange Master Agreement.
Courtney House, Director of Public Works. This is my annual request to exchange $1 of federal funds for 90 cents of state funds. The reason we like to do this is because there are no strings attached. We spend the 90 cents the way we want, how we want, as long as it's on transportation, roads, and bridges. This year's number is very close to what we've had the last 2 years, so it looks like we've had some kind of stability, whereas in the previous years, we've had a significant decline in dollars. So with that, look forward to any questions you have.
Any questions?
I was just going to note that at 90 cents, it is higher than what we have seen at different points. I think at one point it was down to 87, almost 85 cents.
In 1 year, and it shows on that graph that I included in your packet, that 1 year we were at a 75-25 split. Yes, thank you.
Good to see it. I mean, 90 cents is better than 75 cents. So
Absolutely.
I have a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Cook and seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. Next item, please.
Item C, solid waste. Number 1, consider the appointment of new members John McConnell, Cheryl Wright Connell, and Jake Fisher to the Solid Waste Management Committee.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. The item before you is requesting appointment of 3 new members to the Shawnee County Solid Waste Committee. The Shawnee County Solid Waste Committee, it's a state statute requirement dating all the way back to 1970. And basically, the purpose of this committee is to establish the county's 5-year solid waste plan and to provide any annual updates to the plan, which will be coming in the near future. The requirements for this committee, they're laid out in the statute. The committee has to be greater than 5, less than 30, and there is a breakdown of representation across the county. Most importantly for this committee is they want to serve. And we have a pretty good mixture of personnel or people on this committee, and we would like to appoint these 3 new members, Jake Fisher, a resident of Silver Lake, Cheryl Wright Kennard being the new Keep America Beautiful lady, and John McConnell, who is the new district manager out there at Rolling Meadows landfill. Subject to your questions, gentlemen.
Any questions? All right, I will move for appointment.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays and seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item C2, consider authorization and execution of contract C-125-2022, amendment number 2 to extend contract C-191-2010 with Greenpoint Construction and Demolition Processing Center to accept and process waste construction and demolition materials through April 25, 2023, with an adjustment in fees to $41.50 per ton for material disposed.
Good morning, Commissioner. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. The Shawnee County Solid Waste Department uses Greenpoint Demolition as an alternate disposal site for any of our C&D that we pick up, construction and demolition debris that we pick up throughout the county. They are closer as opposed to the landfill, so it is cost effective to take a lot of this stuff in town where it can also be recycled and reprocessed out for additional uses. Our contract is up, and like anything in this country, they very hesitant in entering a 3-year contract with a fixed price, just with the adjustment of fees that's going on right now. So we agreed upon a 2-year increase in fees for a 1-year extension. That will bring us to, like the clerk said, $41.50 per ton for items delivered. We built this rate kind of into our fee adjustment that occurred earlier this year, so we are well within our rates for disposal at Greenpoint. This will be 100% user fee funded with no tax dollars used coming out of my 2022 budget. Subject to your questions, sir.
Any questions?
I'd move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Bill. Next item, please.
Item D, Parks and Recreation, number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-122-2022, amendment number 1 to extend contract C-181-2019 with Green Care Lawn and Landscape for continued maintenance of parklands through April 2023, with funding remaining constant and is allocated from the operating budget totaling $91,918.68.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Boyd, Parks and Recreation. As clerk read, we are requesting permission to extend this contract for 1 more year. We do anticipate going out for bid this fall for the following year. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? I'll move that we approve.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item D2, consideration and approval is requested to utilize 2022 contingency funds for the repair project to the Oakland Billard Park electrical lines, which were damaged in December of 2021, totaling $91,675.67, with work scheduled to be performed by Evergy Kansas Central, Sole Source, Torgerson Electric, and Torgerson Trenching.
Good morning again, Commissioners. John Boyd, Parks and Recreation. This is a project that we are hoping to get approval so that we can move forward. We have created a new power plan for the Oakland Park. We would like to get that all underground. We do have, all the equipment is earmarked with our name on it and ready to go. So it's just a matter of you guys approving that. We can move forward, and we anticipate being able to get the power back on in timely fashion for spring.
Mr. Chairman. First, this is a windstorm-related incident, so part of this is going to be covered by insurance potentially?
We have submitted it to the insurance, but we have not received a reply yet, but yes.
Okay.
We have.
And then will any of this affect the opening of the Oakland pool for the swim season?
Commissioner, I can't guarantee it, but we anticipate being able to get the pool open on schedule.
Okay, that's pretty important to the Oakland community.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
All right, I have a question about, is this going to bury all the electricity on that drive that goes into the park, back to the ball fields? Is that?
All of it's going to
All
be
that.
underground. We're going to bring it in from the street, underground all the way to the pool, and have a new central hub there. And we are actually upgrading the equipment that's going in for any future expansion, so we won't have to add down the road.
Does this also address the poles along Chester, along the east side of the
No.
park? Okay.
No, that's
This is
Advertise's
just
equipment out
everything
there.
internal?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Is there currently power at the community center? Or-
Yes, that's
Okay.
fed by a different line, so
Okay.
yeah, it was never affected. This is
Okay.
all just internal to park, the skate park, the parking lot lights, the restroom, and the swimming pool, and the ball fields.
Okay, great.
Okay. I would move for approval.
Second.
All right, a motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item D3, consider authorization and execution of contract C-124-2022 with Enterprise Fleet Management to lease one 2023 International MV-607 hook truck utilizing the Shawnee County Fleet Contract C-226-2017, increasing the annual agreement by $27,023.16 with funding available from the operating budget.
Good morning, Brent Hulsether, Police Services Supervisor. Our old Freightliner dump truck has kind of reached the end of its useful life. Almost 20 years of hauling salt and sand has rusted things away, and we'd like to replace it rather than just with a dump truck, with a similar machine that actually we can put a number of different beds on. For hauling demolition materials and water tanks, things of that nature. We'd like to lease that from Enterprise if we could get your approval.
So Brent, obviously, we do a lot of leasing. Is there a reason, this seems like kind of a specialty type of equipment that might be better suited for a purchase. Is there a reason why we're leasing it instead?
We built a pretty good relationship with Enterprise, and looking at the numbers, at this point, I'm not going to guarantee that that's the way we'll go forever in the future. But I'd like to try and see if this works out the way that it's projected to, and expand on the lease a little bit. I don't know for sure that it's got a dollar better or a dollar worse, but with our experience with the light duty vehicles, so far we've done pretty well.
Okay. Any further questions?
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
All right, motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Thank you, Brent. Next item, please.
Item E, Health Department, number 1, approval to advertise and fill the Family Health Division manager position at a salary of $75,936.95, including benefits, and any subsequent positions that become vacant as a result of filling this position. This position is funded by the Kansas Department of Health and Environment Maternal Child Health Block Grant, the Early Childhood Block Grant, the Medicaid Match Grant, and the KDHE WIC Grant.
Good morning, Commissioners. Teresa Fisher, Director with the Health Department. As the clerk read, due to a resignation, I am requesting to fill this division manager position. This is one of our leadership team members. As she read from all the grants, this is a critical position at our department. They oversee a large majority of programs, including staff, and then a variety of funding. So it's an important part of our leadership team, and I'd like to fill it as soon as I could. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Teresa?
I do not have any.
I'll
All
move
right.
for approval.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. Next item, please.
Item F, Human Resources, number 1, consider approval of resolution number 22-27, updating the classifications of part-time employees, allowing the Department of Human Resources to approve the filling of existing vacant funded positions, and adopting certain amendments prohibiting the use of county-issued credit cards.
Good morning, Commissioners. Mike Augustine with Shawnee County Human Resources. In front of you this morning are several updates to the Shawnee County Human Resource Policy Manual. The first is an update to how Shawnee County classifies its employees. Currently, we have 3 different classifications of employees: full-time, part-time, intermittent. We'll continue to have full-time, part-time, and intermittent employees. The policy update that's in front of you defines the number of hours annually that determines what is a full-time position, what is a part-time position, and what is an intermittent position. And then it further defines what benefits we extend as Shawnee County to each of those classifications. The second update changes the HR policy manual to allow departments and offices to hire replacements for existing vacant funded positions that are already funded in their budget, with only the approval of the Shawnee County Human Resource Director. All new positions and reclassifications would continue to come in front of the Board of County Commissioners for approval. The last update to the policy manual inserts a specific policy rule that prohibits the use of a county-issued credit card for personal or other unauthorized usages. With that, thank you for consideration of these changes, and I stand for any questions.
Any questions for Mike?
Have the feds changed what is a part-time person or what is a full-time person? Have they changed their views on how that?
No, we're still bound by federal
Right.
ACA saying that basically at 30 hours, we'll need to extend benefits to an employee.
Did they change that recently or?
No.
Okay.
No, and our policy has always been in compliance with that. We just further define basically what is an intermittent position and then what benefits we'll extend to part-time employees.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner May, seconded by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item G, Commission. Number 1, consider a special mail-in ballot election to allow the Kansas County Human Resource Association to be admitted to the Kansas Association of Counties as an affiliate member.
Okay, so with this, the Kansas Association of Counties has requested to allow the Human Resources Association to join in. They had tried to do a vote earlier and couldn't get a quorum, so they're doing a special mail-in ballot. I believe we have one ballot for the 3 of us together, right?
Right, but you just, it's just, you need to, one of you can't make the decision for the whole board, so that's why.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we need to make a decision today, and then I believe as chair, I'll be the one that signs the ballot. So,
Mr. Chairman, I would vote that we approve the Kansas Human Resources Association to be admitted to the Kansas Association of Counties as an affiliate member.
okay,
I would agree with that. I was surprised they weren't in there already, so.
yeah, so,
Anyway, yeah. I agree.
okay. All right, is that a motion then?
That is motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion passes 3-0.
And it's due tomorrow. So we need to make sure it
well,
gets.
We'll make sure it gets scanned. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
sent.
Susie said she would hand carry it over there for us, so. All right, next item, please.
Item 5, public comment.
All right, are there any members of the public signed up to speak? Okay, seeing none. Next item, please.
Item 6, administrative communications.
All right, any employees that would wish to speak?
Good morning, Commissioners. Angela Lewis with Human Resources. I'd first like to thank all of our employees who participated in our Shawnee County Workplace Wellness survey. We had 143 people respond to the survey. I'd also like to announce that we are preparing for our annual enrollment for 2023, and just like previous years, we want our benefits guide to reflect the people who work here. So we've sent an email this morning asking everyone to submit pictures of them, their family, their coworkers, so that our benefits guide will reflect us. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Angela?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? All right.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nelda Henning, Director of Facilities Management. I have an update for the Administrative Services Building. I have a little bit of good news and a little bit of bad news. The good news is last week, I think it was Tuesday the 12th, our design team submitted for our building permit. On Thursday, I attended the Landmarks Commission meeting. The Landmarks Commission approved our request with no questions. The only comment that was made was if we were ripping out the wood floor, and that was no, so everything was a go-ahead. So yesterday, I attended the pre-bid meeting that was being held by Senny for the rest of the project, and during that pre-bid meeting, we were notified that the city has given us a building permit. So in less than a week, we have a building permit for 707, which is phenomenal and very good news. Drywall was delivered yesterday, and so they will start construction immediately. I also learned yesterday at the pre-bid meeting the little bit of bad news. Apparently, acquiring materials, we found out that the light fixtures are a long lead item, and we have no date yet. So, good news, bad news, but we are moving forward. The bid for Senny is due on April 29th, so we should have our GMP within a week, and I will be returning to you with that information. Currently, the schedule is situated based on light fixtures. We will look at moving in sometime in August. If that changes, I'll let you know. So, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions for
Mr.
Nelda?
Chairman. Nelda, with the light fixtures being on a long order delay, are we able to work around that and maybe do some of the other work?
Oh, yeah, it's, at this point, it's a concern, I want you to know that, but it's not a big enough concern that that we feel it'll delay the project. But the light fixtures we're ordering for there are the same light fixtures we're using here, so it is a large order of light fixtures.
Okay.
Thank you.
One thing that we need to start talking about is if you plan on naming the building or putting a sign on the building, how you want to address that, because that will be the next issue. The Landmarks Commission approved a sign, so we just need to go to the city for a sign permit. So we need to start the discussion on if we're putting in a sign or a name on the building.
Probably a conversation for another day.
And a conversation for another day, but something we need to start talking about.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Anyone else? See our election commissioner.
Just a quick note, Commissioners, thank you for being there for canvass. We did complete the election for the 437 bond question. I think, as you guys know, the main question did pass, but the actual pool did not for them. But just let the public know that's been completed, and those numbers are on our website. If anybody's got questions, we're happy to answer those. But thank you again for a good, quick canvass. So,
Very good. Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, Commissioner Rippon?
I have nothing to report.
All right, Commissioner Cook?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay, reminder that we will not be here next Thursday. And so I don't have anything else to add to that. Next item, please.
Item 7, executive session.
We do have a need for 2 executive sessions for a period not to exceed 30 minutes to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel. Does it have to be 2 executive sessions? Just be 1 executive session with two reasons. So it'll be 30 minutes for that, and then for consultation with an attorney for the public body or agency which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship for the same issue. No action is expected in this executive session. And that would be a motion.
Second.
A motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Let's begin that at 9:40. Give everybody a few minutes. So we are in executive session. I just need to talk real quick before we go in there. We're back from executive session.
No action.
No action was taken at this time. We are adjourned.